What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. We got a lot to talk about here today. I have some special guest appearances for you guys here at the end of this video. So make sure to watch all the way to the end here. And if you're new to our channel, make sure to click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon. And don't forget to like these videos. Halloween is coming here and a lot going on here with our channel. We'll have some information here for you guys later on in this video. Also, we're giving away $1,000 in total in our What's in the Box contest. I'll tell you about that here a little bit later here in our video. Okay, first up, the Powerball jackpot hits $1 billion for Monday's drawing. Wow, $1 billion. What would you do with $1 billion? Now, no matter how you slice it, if you're the only winner, you wouldn't actually get $1 billion because of taxes. If you take the immediate payout, they're going to take probably a little bit more than half of taxes and then the immediate payout and stuff like that. If you take the yearly payout, which is probably a little bit smarter because you actually end up getting more money and you actually pay less money in taxes. And this way you can't go broke because you get money every single year. You're guaranteed you could spend all the money every year and you're still going to get money. And you actually pay a lot less money in taxes and you are going to get money every single year no matter what. Let me know. Do you plan on winning this? Do you plan on winning this? The jackpot for the potential winner who takes the cash option would be worth approximately $497.3 million. So that's the cash option. So if you take the cash option, you get about half of that. But then you also have to pay taxes on that as well. Yeah. But still, I think we'd all be pretty okay with that. Saturday's jackpot had a grand prize of $825 million, and nobody picked it. The payout has reached this level after 37 drawings in a row with no grand prize winner. So it kind of shows you the odds of actually winning this. There was one winner who matched 5 numbers and the power play and actually won $2 million, though. There were winners who matched 5 numbers worth $1 million in California, Maryland, Michigan, and Texas. So hopefully that was one of our viewers. Hopefully that was somebody from our community here, right? Yeah, that would be pretty nice. On August 3rd, somebody from Pennsylvania won a $206.9 million jackpot. And back in 2016, there was a $1.5 billion jackpot shared by winners in California, Florida, and Tennessee. Quite a lot of money. Let me know if you plan on winning this. What a nice Halloween surprise that would be, right? Next up, Republican Senator Rick Scott went on CNN and said some interesting things. He's said some interesting things here in the past about cutting Medicare and Social Security and making them not mandatory, making them where they would have to be approved by Congress every few years, along with Republican Senator Ron Johnson as well, where they would have to be, he actually said he wanted to have them approved every year. And Ron Johnson's actually leading his polls. He's the projected winner right now by a few percent, but some of these things you can't. It's amazing. You can't make this stuff up. Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin, who's up for his re-election here, and he's been a very controversial guy because he blocked 2 COVID stimulus checks before single-handedly. saying, quote, "I'm not heartless. I want to help people. I voted to help people." In fact, back in 2020, he actually blocked a Republican and Democrat-led stimulus check, even led by Republican Senator Josh Hawley for $1,200, was single-handedly blocked by Republican Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. Here's the headline directly from Axios. This is why I'm showing you guys. This is from Politico. This is from Axios. I mean, these aren't Democratic or Republican productions here. These are just headlines. You could just Google these and bring these up here. Ron Johnson literally did this. Josh Hawley was a Republican. And Senator Ron Johnson stood up and single-handedly objected to this because they needed unanimous consent to pass these at the time. Well, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson also wants to put Social Security and Medicare on the chopping block because he basically wants to make them so that they would have to be approved by Congress every single year. And kind of like the government budget. So, I mean, I kind of, in theory, understand why. But the problem is that people pay into Social Security every single year of their lives. And it's kind of like a pension fund. You pay into it, and people rely on this for their food, for their rent. And if the government doesn't approve it one year, or the Republicans and Democrats basically can't agree one year, they would not send out payouts. You can see here, Senator Ron Johnson suggests ending Medicare and Social Security as mandatory spending programs, meaning that the government would have to approve them on a yearly basis, like the government funding. And we know we've had multiple years where government funding has been, we've had government shutdowns multiple times. Just like the debt limit. So the debt limit has to be approved right now on a yearly basis. And it almost feels like one of these years where the government's going to default because Republicans and Democrats can't agree. Believe it or not, he's leading in his re-election campaign right now. Well, another one who wants to do this is Republican Senator Rick Scott. And he actually went on CNN, which is, not really his typical audience, to try to defend himself because he's been getting a lot of backlash on this. And here's what he has to say. And the interviewer had to correct him on something at first, because what he says is totally incorrect at first. And you'll hear what he says. And let me know your thoughts on this. Here's what he has to say.
Well, let's talk about your midterm agenda. Democrats say that one of your proposals, which would sunset all federal legislation after 5 years, jeopardizes Medicare and Social Security. You've previously said that those programs need to be preserved, reformed, and protected. So just a simple yes or no. Do Republicans want to cut Medicare and/or Social Security?
Absolutely not. And the Democrats just cut $280 billion. All Democrats in the Senate and House voted to cut $280 billion out of Medicare just 2 months ago. And then they want to say Republicans want to cut something. Democrats have done this. Joe Biden, when he was senator, said he wanted to cut Medicare and Social Security. I believe we got to preserve them and make sure we keep them. What I want to do is make sure we live within our means and make sure we preserve those programs. People have paid into them. They believe in them. I believe in them. I'm going to fight like hell to make sure we preserve Medicare and Social Security.
Just want to correct the record. The Democrats' plan, which is now law, it didn't cut didn't cut Medicare benefits. It allowed for negotiation for prescription drug prices, which would ultimately bring down the price and the cost for Medicare consumers. But I want to ask the next question, which is about raising the eligibility.
Can we just finish that, though?
Sure.
It cut $280 billion out of Medicare. That means we're going to have fewer life-saving drugs. It cut $280 billion out of Medicare. They can say they did all that. They cut $280 billion out of Medicare.
It did not cut benefits.
It will reduce life-saving drugs.
It didn't.
You get
it did
$280
not.
billion out of Medicare. Something's going to happen.
Okay, all right, but
Dana, come on.
All right,
I mean,
I want to. We can debate that and for a long time, but I want to focus on you.
So this is where you gotta really listen to politicians, whether they're Republican or Democrat. This is and luckily the interviewer there challenged him because he says, "Oh, they cut $280 billion out of Medicare." And at first, if you didn't have anybody to challenge him there, the audience would go, "Ooh, that's terrible." When in reality, luckily the interviewer was able to challenge him there and say, "Well, wait a second. What they actually did is they cut $280 billion of expenses, bad expenses, out of Medicare. It saved the government $280 billion of prescription drug costs out of Medicare." Okay. It let Medicare be able to negotiate, and this is stuff that's going to kick in over the course of the next several months to next several years, and save the government $280 billion. Okay, in fact, the VA, Veterans Affairs, has been doing this for years and for decades. Okay, I'll show you a headline here. This is directly from the U.S. Government Accountability Office. So they're not Republican, they're not Democrat. Because the VA has been allowed to negotiate prescription drug costs for years, the Department of the Veterans Affairs paid about half as much as Medicare Part D for selected drugs in 2017. This was just released here at the end of 2020 and publicly released in 2021. So because the VA, Veterans Affairs, was allowed to, and has been for many, many years, allowed to negotiate prescription drug costs, they pay half as much than essentially we do, the public and people on Medicare Part D and Medicare Part B, and the government thereby, and this goes into the cost of how much you pay for your prescriptions, and that the cost of Medicare Part B, your premiums, and the senator there was trying to spin it and make it seem like that the Democrats cut $280 billion out of Medicare. And if you've heard that at first, it's like, oh, that's bad. But in reality, they're cutting $280 billion of expenses of prescription drug costs that people have to pay. So this is just, I hate politicians. Republicans, Democrats, anything. Politicians are just kind of shady and slimy, and not all of them, but it's just like, and the problem is that, so this is going to, remember that Medicare Part B is going down $5 a month over the next year. It went up $21 last year. And a large part of that was because of one prescription drug, Alduham. Okay, one prescription drug was a large part of that increase last year. So this is why prescription drugs are so important. Even if you don't take any prescription drugs at all, this is the large cost of prescription drugs. Remember that the United States pays up to 10 times more cost for prescription drugs than the rest of the world. In a lot of cases, the exact same prescription sold by the exact same company. These companies sell the exact same prescriptions in other countries like Canada and Mexico and Europe. The exact same prescriptions for a lot less. They just charge us more because they can just gouge us, because we're Americans, because we have more money. I don't know if you have more money, but they think you do. So they just charge us more, and they charge our insurance companies more. They charge Medicare more. But in all reality, they're charging you more, because who's paying the Medicare Part B? You guys are. Who's paying the monthly premiums? We are. And sadly, this is one of the things that Republicans want to repeal as soon as they can. Show you the headline. Here's the headline right here. Senate Republicans bill would repeal Democratic drug pricing law. It's as soon as they get a chance, as soon as they get power. Um, I don't understand something like this. The VA has been able to do this for years. Why do we want this? We don't want Americans to pay lower costs for prescription drugs. We don't want Americans to pay lower costs on gasoline. We don't want Americans to pay lower cost on colleges. I mean, these are like the three things that like the cost of gas, the cost of prescription drugs, the cost of colleges have just been, insanely going up over and over and over. And why are we fighting this? Why are we letting prescription drug companies and oil companies and gas companies just go through the roof? I mean, you look at oil companies, this was just announced here in the last few days. These massive oil companies, gas company Valero announces more than 500% increase in profits. Just announced here a few days ago. These are the type of profits they're making. 500% increase. So 5 times more profit than they've ever made before. Imagine if you were running a company and you had a 500% profit increase. And meanwhile, the gas companies and the oil companies say, "Oh, we're hurting so bad," or "Oh, it's the government stifling our ability, right? We can't produce more oil because the government won't give us more, government regulation, blah, 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 blah," right? Here we go. Here's another one just from 2 days ago. Chevron's $11.2 billion quarterly profit just in one quarter soars past estimates. Just in one quarter, guys. This was their second highest quarterly profit ever. Their first their highest quarter profit, I think, was this year. Why do we want to defend companies like this as if they're not making enough money already? I don't know. You let me know your thoughts here in the comments, but I don't know. Meanwhile, 60+% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and just struggling. Just struggling. Not too impressed. All right, and here's our special guest. Oh, it fell off. For now, we'll give you guys another video here to. Oh no. Here's Lily's Halloween outfit. Yeah, she doesn't look too impressed. Lily, what is with that face? Oh, she's not. Oh, Lily. No, don't bring him near here yet, because she's gonna get mad. She's already mad. Yeah, that outfit gives the perfect the perfect look of angst. We'll give you guys another opportunity to vote for the What's in the Box contest. So you guys can still vote, and we'll give you guys another opportunity to vote on that. Oh, Lily. All right, you can go. And we'll bring you guys our next happy Halloween guest here. This one's in a better mood. And here's our little winter puff. It's hard to even see his Halloween outfit because he's so fluffy. She said he's got his little orange pumpkin collar on here. This is Snowy. So the other kitty was Lily. She's a girl, and this is Snowy. He's a boy. Yeah. What do you want to say here, buddy? Normally you're talkative, huh? Do you have anything to say? Yeah, that was like a little lion roar. Yeah, do you want to say happy Halloween to everybody? There you go. That's a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good boy. Yeah, do you like your Halloween costume? Yeah. Say, yeah, I've been a good boy this year. Maybe we should have dressed you up like a lion. So yeah, we'll give you guys another guess, another chance. Now I got cat hair flying around everywhere. We'll give you guys another chance to guess what's in the box, and we'll have some special guests for you guys here tomorrow as well. So make sure to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on new videos. It's completely free to do so. Click the subscribe button, the bell icon after you subscribe, and the like button for us, and we'll keep you up to date here. You can click this video here to watch my newest video next. Or you can click this video here to watch my newest video about a presidential executive order that's going to mean billions of dollars for Americans. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.